Greetings traders. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my trading room and how much money that you need to start with. I've been getting this question a lot, so I want to answer it on YouTube here. How much money you need to start with is dependent upon which broker you go through. Now up here you see quantity. What this stands for is contracts. You need a certain amount of margin, certain amount of money for every contract that you want to trade, and every broker is different. So let's go take a look at some brokers. First, I could show you the cheapest, which is like Mirus Futures. They use NinjaTrader or AMP Futures. These are just two. There's lots of them actually. AMP Futures. Both of these brokers, as far as I know, they require $500 for margin. So in other words, let's say that you have $1,000 in your account and you want to use one contract. They're going to take $500, set it aside for you to open up that contract, and you're going to have a $500 buffer in there. So you could go, if you're using one contract, you could go down 50 ticks before you would be margined out. So you'd have a 50 tick buffer right there with $1,000 account. Now it just goes up from there. You can use Apex Futures, and they have $1,000 margin. So if you had $2,000 in your account and you were using one contract, they would take $1,000 out of your account temporarily, hold it, put it aside, and you'd have $1,000 buffer in there. With one contract, that would be 100 ticks that you could have. Now if you only had $2,000 in your account, you couldn't open up two contracts because you'd use all the money in your account. You'd have no buffer there, no money left over after they take the money out. So you need to have some money there as a buffer. How much money you need? Well, you need to take into account when you come into the trading room that you could lose some trades. So, ideally you really want like 100 tick buffer, even though you really don't need it. But ideally that would be ideal to have a 100 tick buffer there. But I would say minimum you need like 60 ticks. And probably even better than that would be better. 80 ticks would be a lot better, because then you could lose two trades and still be alive, still be able to take a third trade to hit a winner. And then it just goes up from there. You've also got global futures. Now I recommend, actually they're called GFF futures now. GFF futures. I recommend these guys because, see, global futures is now GFF. They got bought out by GFF brokers. I recommend, and there's still all the same people there. All the same people that were working there before at Global are all the same people working there, as far as I know, at this new broker. They're really good. The reason why I recommend them is because of their customer service. They have really super good customer service. But their margin is like $2,000. So it's double the price of Apex Futures, and it's 4 times the cost of Mirus Futures and AMP Futures, which uses NinjaTrader. Now I've never used NinjaTrader, don't know how to use it, but a lot of people do use it. It's the cheapest way to go. If you want to go the cheapest route, go with Ninja. You want to go medium of the road, you go with Apex for 1,000 or Global for 2,000. Now Apex Futures, in my opinion, doesn't have as good of customer service, but it's satisfactory. It's good enough. If you don't need to talk to somebody too much, you can figure things out on your own, then they're pretty good. If you really want somebody to hold your hand through the whole process and you've got the money to spend, I recommend GFF brokers. They're much better. They'll really bend over backwards to help you. And then from there, it only goes up from there. For instance, if let's say you go to TradeStation, don't quote me on this, but I think their margin is somewhere around 3,000 or 4,000 per contract. So in other words, you would have to have $3,000 or $4,000 in your account just to use one contract, and then you'd have to have a buffer on top of it. Now this is like, a lot of brokers are at this level, 3,000 and 4,000. And then you go to the top of the line, which was where I actually trade at. actually use this broker here, Interactive Brokers, but it is $8,000 per margin. You heard that right, $8,000 per margin. So it costs $8,000 for every contract that you want to open. You have to have that money in your account for them to set it aside and for you to open up one contract. So if you wanted to open up 5 contracts, it's $40,000. If you wanted to open up 5 contracts through Mirrors Futures or AMP Futures, it's $2,500. If you wanted to open up 5 contracts through Apex Futures, it's $5,000. If you want to open up 5 contracts through or GFF Brokers, it's $10,000. So you see, it really varies a great deal on what broker that you actually go with, because what you're looking for is looking for margin, how much the margin costs you. Now, with Interactive Brokers, if you've got plenty of money, they're a really super good broker, and you can do your trades for 85 cents per side, so $1.70 round trip. Global Future or GFF Brokers and Apex Futures basically cost about $5 round trip. So you're paying a lot more money on your trades through those brokers than you are Interactive Brokers. You can do it for a lot less. Now I think Mirrors Futures and AMP Futures, you can get it for about $4 round trip, something like that. So $2 per side. Whereas Interactive Brokers is only 85 cents per side, 85 cents. So you see, it really, really varies on who you go with. You know, if you really want to get into this, the rock bottom price, then you want to go with AMP Futures or Mirrors Futures. I don't really know the difference between them. I've never had an account with them before, because you know, I personally don't like NinjaTrader, but not that I have any experience with it though. You know, I've never used it. I've seen it before, opened it up, I took a look at it, I didn't like it. You know, it's not really my style, but a lot of people use NinjaTrader, a lot of people. Maybe because it's so cheap, I don't know, but you know, a lot of people use it and they're happy with it. So it doesn't matter what broker you use, doesn't matter what software you use, it just matters if you're happy with it. If you're happy with it, you like it, it works for you, get in, get out. I mean, all the software is for is to buy and to short and to get out of the trade. That's all it's really for. So it doesn't, anything more than that is just, you know, something fancy that you don't need. If you want to use the same software as I'm using, but do it for the cheapest price, I recommend Apex Futures. They have Apex Trader. Let's see, Apex Futures. They have Apex Trader right there. It's the same exact software. You can see it right here. Same exact software as I'm using. If you want to use the same software with really super good customer service, then I recommend GFF Futures, or GFF Brokers, I think it's called. GFF Brokers. Yeah, right there, GFF Brokers. They have very, very good customer service, but their margin is $2,000. So it's 4 times the amount of Mirrors and AMP. It's 2 times the amount of Apex Trader, Apex Futures. So, you know, it really depends on what way you want to go. If you're with a broker now, the first thing you want to ask them is, how much is your margin to trade CL? That's CL. That's the symbol. It's light sweet crude oil. Light sweet crude oil. You're just going to want to ask them, how much is the margin for that? The day margin. Now the overnight margin is even more money. In other words, if you want to hold it overnight, it's going to cost you even more money. But you just want to know their day margin. And somebody else asked me recently about, do you have to have 25,000 in your account in order to day trade the futures? You do not. You can have any amount of money in your account that the broker is okay with, and all brokers have a minimum. For instance, Interactive Brokers has $10,000 minimum to open the account. Apex Futures has a $4,000 minimum. GFF Brokers, the last time I checked, has a $2,000 minimum. So they all have minimums that you need to open the account up with. So you can see you have many, many, many different options on which to go with as far as your broker. The codes work on all brokers, all software, because the codes are knowledge. Also, you do not need to know the codes in order to come into the trading room to follow me in my trades. So these are a lot of the questions I've been getting lately about the trading room. Now I realize the trading room is becoming very, very popular, and people are signing up to it every day. I'm not worried about that because it's all being controlled by a computer, and there is no liquidity issues or problems whatsoever. So we're not competing with each other. The only thing we got to do is get the computer right and get the direction right, and then we're all good to go. So, which isn't a problem when you know the codes, obviously. So go out, get yourself a broker. If you've never traded before, get a demo. Whatever what you're going to use, you can get a demo at GFF Brokers. You can get a demo at Apex Futures. I believe you can get demos of NinjaTrader. I'm not 100% sure about that. Most brokers have demos of their software that you can use and practice with, learn how to take your trades. Once you know how to take your trades, and you can get in, you can get out, you can short, you can get out, you can go long, you can get out, you can do all of that basic stuff, then you're ready for the trading room. Just come in. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Even before I do it, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy as soon as the price hits here. I'm going to short as soon as the price hits here. And you're going to know exactly what I'm going to do before I even do it. And then when I do it, I announce it. You take the same exact trade, tell you where to put the stop, tell you where to put the exit. It's easy as can possibly be. Just get yourself set up with a broker. Also, a little tip for setting up a broker. Don't ask me why, but a lot of brokers really want you to have some experience. If you don't have any experience, it may be a problem for you to open up some of these brokers. I don't know. So I don't know why they do that, especially interactive brokers. If you go and tell them you don't have any experience at all at trading, they're probably going to deny your account, because they really want experienced traders through there. It's really designed for professional traders. So it just depends on where you go to. So you might have a problem with that. If you do, just go to another broker and keep trying until you get one opened. There's lots of brokers out there. Another one, somebody in the room is using Infinity. I think it's Infinity Futures or Infinity Broker. I'm not sure which one. Infinity Futures. Yeah, I think it's Infinity Futures. And they're doing really well. They're getting good fills and everything like that. So, this is another one to check out. I don't know how much their margin is. You'll have to look up that for yourself. You could look it up right here, for instance, under margins. See if we can go there. Okay, it tells you all the margins right here. Let's see, that they have one for crude oil. They do 1,000 per contract. Okay, so there you go. It's not much money. There's lots of different options. Just either call the broker and ask them, or look on their website and see what their margins are. And you can see that's the difference between the brokers. There really isn't a whole lot of difference between them. The only other difference is how good is their customer service. Now, I don't know anything about Infinity Futures, so I can't say, but I know that there is somebody in the room that's using them, and they're doing really well. So you got lots of options to choose from. I don't know about their software. It looks pretty similar to what I'm using, but I don't know anything about it. So I think I've looked at it before right here. Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's got a dome, it's got the chart, it's got your order entry right here. You have to learn how to use it, or just get the one I'm using and copy my trades. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to cover that for all of you. I know a lot of you are interested in coming into the room and you're trying to get set up. Just wanted to help you out with that a little bit, and hope I've answered some of your questions. And I will see you within my trading room. I'm going to be trading here today in about, let's see, about 4 hours or so. We're meeting in the trading room. So anyway, I'll be back after assuming I take a trade today. So I don't always take trades if it doesn't look good, but I should be able to get one today. And I'll record it and put it up to YouTube, as always, and keep the record. Anyway, see you guys later. Happy trading out there.